What up, what up? Go in here. Speak up. You're in here. Brainstorming. Oh, you can just, or you can leave. I said speak up if you're in here and then leave. Been brainstorming, y'all. Badass little plan I got. Let's start speaking. There's people in here. So, we're going to do, what did I call it again? It's going to be Shout Out Saturdays. Shout Out Saturdays. I get a lot of guys asking me questions and stuff, and a lot of time they're the same exact questions. And, you know, it's cool, you know, whatever. My audio is low. Can you hear me better right now? Oops. How about now? How about now? Can you hear me now? Sweet. So, can you still hear me all the way over here? Can you hear me over here? All the way back here? Can you still hear me? Or is it getting fainter? Or is it still the same? I have to know. Oh, shit. I can talk wherever I want. That's badass. All right, so I created this. I've been brainstorming today about what I can do to make my channel stand out and be funner for all the viewers, and just, you know, it would be funner, exciting, you get more value out of it. And I've been thinking of, now, I'm not sure if YouTube does this. I know Instagram does, Facebook does. It's going to be Shout Out Saturdays. So, Shout Out Saturday is going to be every Saturday. I'm going to go live for like at least an hour. I'm going to pick the top 5 people, the top 5 followers of the channel, to video chat with. So, how would you be elected for this? What you would do is you got to comment on all the new videos, of course. You got to be following or subscribed. And you got to share one of my videos at least once. You got to share. Here's what really matters. You got to share my video to a Facebook page. You got to share my video to one of those Facebook self-help pages or whatever. Not self-help. Facebook, whatever. Those pages where everyone helps each other. Share my video, take a screenshot, and email it to me at johnlangwin@gmail.com. johnlangwin@gmail.com. And that's it. And then every Saturday, I'm going to go live, and I'm going to split the screen with you. We're going to be live together. So you're going to be on my channel. And you get one of your yellow notepads, jot down all the questions in the world. They could be about business. They could be about me. They could be about whatever. And we're going to talk for about like 15, 20 minutes. And then boom, on to the next one. There's going to be like 4 or 5 guys I choose every single week. We do every single Saturday. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be pretty cool. I hope it's yours because I have pretty good internet. What'd y'all do today? Brandon, you're from Elgin? Brandon Schiffler? It's crazy. You and the guy, you and Midwest Shadows are both from Elgin. So you guys just met each other. You guys just met your competition. Brandon, Midwest Shadows competition. But if you go like kind of snooping on his channel, the guy you see on his channel is not him. I wonder who that guy is. Oh, he's landscaping. Oh, all right. All right. All right. You getting interested in power washing, buddy? Flying Dutchman? Clean windows all day? Cool, man. Windows can be a breeze or it can be a nightmare. I find I'm really starting to like computer cleaning more. It's always seen or met going to people's houses. If I could get all commercial window cleaning, I'd be happy as hell. I used to want only residential cleaning, but residential is fun. It really is fun, but it's more like an anxiety thing. You just don't want things to go wrong in the house. Oh, I got this like external speaker microphone thing. I keep forgetting, so I could speak. So I can speak all the way. Over here, and you can still hear me. Surprised no one's made fun of me for my pink shoes yet. Yep, it's my Bluetooth speaker. So I just wish I could speak with people. Speak. Does anyone know if you can go live and like share a screen with another person? Because I know you can do it on uh like Facebook, I believe, but I really want to do it on YouTube. So Friday, I'll wait for you guys to answer me. Friday, my buddy Joel is coming out. What an asshole. Friday, my buddy Joel is coming out. I just met Joel recently. A few days ago, last weekend, I think. He reached out to me. That Snapchat montage, he created it, but he lives in South Elgin, which is very close to me. And he wants to come out and see how we do things. And he just so happens to be real good with video editing. So I said, yeah, man, come out, take some shots of us on the job, create this little commercial, win-win for everybody. Yeah, it's going to be sweet. Pretty excited. The channel's going to like it. Be some nice video footage of actually me working, because a lot of times I videotape just the guys working. I'll be able to show you things, but I kind of want like an actual commercial put together, high-end little marketing commercial. Let me ask you guys, what's it gonna take for you to start sharing my videos on like a Facebook page? I'm really wanting this channel to, I mean, it's growing really fast, and I can't thank you enough for like subscribing, and it's got to be one of the fastest growing like window cleaning, power washing channels on YouTube. I've been told that by a higher end YouTuber. I was actually told that by Luke the window cleaner. Y'all know him. But I don't know why I thought I couldn't say his name for some reason. What's it gonna take though? Flies are so bad out here. I'm about to plug in my zapper. So I've got I got an issue with our chem tank. Good point, Joel. Joel is a genius, and he's got a lot of potential. Yeah, I'm gonna stop trying to push it. I'm thinking of creative ways to push it where it benefits everybody, because I know I can't just be like, "Hey, you want to go share my video?" It's not gonna work. But if I can if you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Yeah. Um. So I want to talk about my chem tank actually, because I don't know if any of you guys are like in the middle of a build or something. Um. But I'm gonna be doing a different solution for the chem tank because I've been doing a little more research and kind of realizing on my own. Even though Eliminator is bleach stable, when you mix the two, it it um it its shelf life diminishes greatly. So I have to find a way to keep the bleach in one container, the Eliminator in one container, and then they draw like with a metering valve or something. I can turn it so they both draw at the same time into the downstreamer, if that makes sense. Because once they mix, that's when I want it to go in the house. Once they mix, the potency of the chem is gonna start dying down. For example, that's stuff in that chem tank's been sitting there since Friday, so I bet it's pretty weak. Yeah, I got a double downstream injector, but I don't think that's what's going to be it because it's not the downstream injector is not going to pull soap per se, or maybe it will. Like bleach is liquid, soap is more of a goo. It's thick, so I have to find a way to like a Y. I don't know. I have to figure something out. I have to look more into it. But when I figure it out, I'll get back to you. What else did we do? Oh, I organized the van big time. Everything is labeled and really nice. So that'll be nice. Dude, organization is the biggest thing. Don't think you can just throw your stuff in the van in like separate containers, and especially when you get employees, it's gonna turn into a shit show real quick. Hey man, what you looking at, man? You want smoke? You don't want no smoke, man. Yeah. Keep driving. Keep driving. Yeah. 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 Yeah, man. I just want to engage with you guys more because I know when I was starting off watching YouTube channels, I get so frustrated. I'd be watching guys, and they'd be explaining their stuff and helpful videos, but there's always little things that you're gonna struggle with, and you're just gonna be like cringing, like what do I do? What do I do? And it would be cool if throughout the week, every Saturday, I go live with a select like 4 or 5 people, and we split the screen, and I can just drop one call, go to the next, and we can go live, post it for the whole channel, and you can just kind of ask me your questions that you've been struggling with throughout the week, regardless of where you are in your business, whether you're just starting off and you you haven't even bought equipment, or you're rocking and rolling and you just have a question. I think that'd be really sweet. So if you haven't followed my Instagram, it's brand new. John Wally Lang, all one word, or John Lang, or John Wally Lang, all one word. And you know, there's nothing on there yet, but it's going to be booming. Do I wash roofs? Not yet. Not yet. I haven't been marketing for the roofs, but I mean, a roof cleaning setup is like $500 or something just to get a little cheapy roof cleaning setup. So when I come across someone who wants the roof clean, I'm just planning on ordering it, putting it together real quick, and just scheduling the job out like 2 or 3 weeks in advance, just telling them we're booked out, and be like, I can get to it in like, I'll probably say like 3 weeks or a month, just in case anything happens. But I didn't market it real big. The only thing I did, I'll show you. Hold on, bear with me. Of course it's locked. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Well, you're out of luck, I guess. I can't find my keys. Most of my truck's unlocked. Ooh, and my keys are here. All right, here we go. I'll show you. Just wait. I know you're leaning off the side of your chair, just waiting to see this. Here I come. I'm coming. That's it. Postcards. It says we offer roof washing at the top. Oh, you probably see it. So I actually did have a guy ask me about it, and then I kind of forgot to call him back. And by then it was like 2 or 3 weeks. I just didn't feel like doing it. I did a house wash for him, and then he was like, "Do you clean roofs?" I was like, "Sure." Um, so yeah, it's to the point in the season where I think I'm just gonna hold off and probably get that set up over the winter. Might just do it the right way. Get like a nice if you're ever gonna get an air compressor, here's a big tip. Some of y'all might know this. If you're gonna get an air compressor, go to Northern Tool and get that. It's about $500, and it's like the wheelbarrow type air compressors where it's two skinny cylinders. And man, I wish I had the stats on it, but I'll show the link to it or something if you're really interested. But it's like the cheapest. It's got really good reviews. I've seen guys use it, and like a compressor, if you wanted to get a name brand compressor like that, it would be like $1,000 or $800. So it's a really good deal. Really good deal. But I'm thinking when I get my roof cleaning, my soft wash setup, I'm probably just gonna go air diaphragm. Just do it the right way. You can totally use a 12-volt pump or whatever, but I think the air diaphragm would be pretty sweet. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. Your videos have been great for me so far. I'm a year into my business and just starting to add pressure washing and roof cleaning. Good info, man. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. How's the power washing working for you? Hello from Katy, Texas. Hello. Yeah, guys, these flyers. This is the best route I found. So I got door hangers right here. Let me show you. So we used to use door hangers. So we'd have the one sign. We just soft wash your neighbor's house. 1-story, $329, 2-story, $369. Describes the house wash. 10% off when you pair a house wash and a window cleaning. The other side is we just cleaned your neighbor's windows. Describes basic, deluxe, premium. Door hangers are cool, all right? But I really like these because it's like you could use these for the EDDM if you wanted. This shows every single thing we do. That kind of makes it look like we just do windows and house washing. And the back, so you come across an old couple who doesn't have email, or you just don't feel like taking all the information right now and you just want to give them an estimate and move on. The back doubles as an estimate sheet. Description, price, location, date, phone number. They're really clean. I think 1,000 of them cost like just over $100. 1,000. They pay for themselves. They pay for themselves. And you have to hang them up. Every time you do a job, you got to do your 5 rounds. At least go 5 houses to the left, 5 houses to the right, and all the houses across the street. And you'll be doing good. Oh, my mom's here. Those pumps you absolutely must use. What do you describe your question, Jay? I'm confused. What you mean? Just booked 2 local schools. So looking up. Awesome. That's a great time of the year to book schools. We did a school this year. It was a really good job. It was the boost I needed to get this set up. Show the rig. All right, I will. Yeah, I know I could have the post office deliver it, but it costs money, and I just don't want to do it right now. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What are you doing? Oh, nice. You don't want to be on YouTube?
What?
You don't want to be on YouTube?
What's YouTube? I mean, what are you doing with your channel?
We're just live right now.
Oh, what do you want me to say?
Just say hi. Just say hi.
Hi, everybody.
They don't see you.
Hi, everybody.
Cool.
I'm the mother of this amazing person.
Nice. A couple people said hey.
Hey.
Hey. So, how was work?
Work was fine. Thank you. How was work for you?
I didn't work today.
You didn't work today?
No.
Good for you.
Well, I mean, I didn't go on a job today.
Yeah. Work from home.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good for you.
Yeah. And then the big apartment complex called me back, but by the time I got his email, it was after hours, so I couldn't speak to him. But I left a message, so we'll see about that one. Yeah. So that's gonna be a big one. Yep.
Exciting.
Yep. And then I got a new guy starting Thursday.
Right?
Yeah. I had to can the other guy.
Right.
No call, no show.
You're kidding.
No.
What's wrong with these people? You're an amazing boss.
I don't know. I gave him a $2 raise, and I gave him like a $60 cash bonus.
That's all he needed.
Yeah.
I'm retiring.
Pretty much.
I'm set.
Yeah.
Peace out.
I'm out of here. Hitting the bar and not looking back. Oh well. I said good luck for him. I said good luck to him. I said you were a good worker, but business is business. It's just business. No hard feelings, man. Please. So back to the drawing board.
Yep. Well, this new guy will be good.
Yeah, we'll see. There's Marcy. No, not in the camera. In the door. Where is she?
Alrighty.
All right.
I love you.
Love you too.
Going back live, or have you been live?
I've been live the whole time.
Oh.
What?
Hi, everybody.
What? I'm on YouTube.
TV. I was on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm famous.
I'm famous. Hey,
Huh.
should I say, what do they think of your hair?
My hair?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm trying to learn how to do fades. Can you tell me what you think of this hair? This is a beginner.
It's grown out.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask them when it's fresh.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Love you. If you spend over 1K, is there any pump? Oh, you're saying, is there any power washers to avoid? Like, you don't want to buy that power washer? If you're gonna spend, I have a direct drive unit, so my pump is called direct drive. They have belt driven pumps, direct drive pumps, poly chain, gear drive. But those gear drive and poly chain, I believe those are more like, they're like 8 gallon a minute machines, or maybe even 5.5. I don't think they have 4 gallon a minute machines like that. I could be wrong. Anyway, if you can spend the extra money and avoid a gear driven pump, I probably would. With saying that though, if you only have like about $1,000 and you just really want to get into business, you don't want to wait around anymore, and you really feel like you can't come up with any extra money, just go get the belt or the the direct drive pump, the direct drive power washer. I got the classic Simpson 4 gallon a minute direct drive pump or power washer. It's the Honda. I'd always go with Honda. I love Honda for small engine. And then make sure it comes with that 2-year warranty on the pump. And if you blow it your first year, you got a brand new pump the next year. I blew mine the first year, and I started this season off with a brand new pump, and it's still holding on. I mean, it's just because some guys really shit on the direct drive, but I mean, they work, they make money. So the thing with the direct drive is it's fully plumbed, so the unloader and the downstream injector is all built in there. You can still add a downstream injector to it, which is what I had to do because of the length of hose. But the unloader, you can't change that out. So if the unloader goes, you have to replace the whole pump. If the pump goes, you have to get a whole pump and a whole unloader. You know what I'm trying to say? And when you there's no way to put a return line in there like I have on my 8 gallon a minute machine. So when you lay off the trigger, it's actually bad for the pump because it's just building up in there. With those types of units, you're supposed to lay on the trigger as much as you can. Whereas with this 8 gallon a minute machine, I can put the gun down for a couple minutes and I'll be fine. You still don't want to just leave it running through that return line the whole day, but if you got to put the gun down for a couple minutes to do something, you'll be all right without having to turn off the machine. But if you're going to put it down for like lunch or something, you probably want to just turn the machine off for sure. I got an Instagram, Joe. John Wally Lang. I just started it. I know it took too long to get that Instagram. Joe Castellino. If you're the guy from Texas, that'd be a long drive or long flight, but I'd love to have you. Oh, see you later, Joe. I hear advertising for help wanted at colleges is a great way to get employees. Not a bad idea. What up, Casey Lee? What up, dog? What up, big dog? What can you get for 1,200 square foot house just for power wash? So I'd probably charge them $329. I've done really small homes for $329, and doing stuff like that is what made me raise my prices. Because I was like, how come this guy just paid $329 for a house wash, and this guy with twice the size house paid $329 for a house wash? So I've raised my prices. I rarely charge less than $400 for a house wash, and I have a $200 minimum for any power washing service. So I've changed my ways a little bit. So if I come across like a real small house, I might, for example, I was doing those condos, those townhomes for $225 a piece, but that's because there was a ton of them. I had like 8 of them, and if they actually, it was $225 for a town single duplex, half the duplex. If both the neighbors signed up, I was doing it for $350 for the whole duplex, because it was like a whole duplex was equivalent to like a small house. Yeah, so least of my worries is those decals. Um, when I get new vehicles, I'll get them wrapped real nice. But for now, those do the job. Uh-oh, I hope my signal's not going bad. What I do before this, to be honest, and I'm not sure if I want to share too much of my past, I was very reckless. I really didn't have much of a job or work ethic, but I eventually got my shit together, and I worked for a tree service for a season. I started in like March and went until winter was up. And then I even snow plowed with them for a little bit. But that was an awesome job. Taught me a lot. I gained some confidence. I realized I'm a good worker and good person and blah blah blah. And that winter, February, or it was even before that. February was when I got my business legit, and I actually like uh, registered it with the state and stuff. But so a couple months before February is when I started going out and doing route work in the dead of winter, trying to get window cleaning accounts, and I got a ton of them. I just kept at it every single day. If I didn't have work, I was out there getting route work. I mean, I was a maniac, and I got a lot of route work. And then I to the point where I told my boss, I was like, "This is really taking off. I don't think I'm going to come back next year. I'm sorry." He's like, "Hey, more power to you. I hope everything works out." And now he can't believe where I'm at today. So, um, you shove a tennis ball in the gun. That's crazy. That's hilarious, actually. That's not a bad idea. You got that engineering mindset. What's the best chemical for getting rust off driveways, and how much do you charge? Um, you'd have to. I haven't even really done any of that, but I do have some chemical called something from Pressure Tech. It's supposed to be a rust remover. I haven't even tried it, but what I keep hearing over and over again is you have to get that F9 cookbook. Um, F9 Bark, F9 Flow. There's a guy on Facebook called Craig Harrison. He'll point you in the right direction on where to buy it or where to order it from. But they offer with their chemicals a legit cookbook, like a legit book, and it shows you like every possible thing you could clean with these chemicals, and the exact process on how to do it to get the results. I mean, it's like dummy proof. So I'm gonna get some of that stuff probably, but it's it it's one of those things. It's like I don't have a demand for it. So if you were in an area where there's a ton of rust irrigation issues and people are calling you about wanting to get their driveway cleaned because they have rust irrigation all over it, it'd definitely be worth it to buy it. But around me, at least at this point in time, I don't have a demand for it. So I kind of am one of those guys who I'd rather buy stuff when the situation comes up rather than buy it and be prepared, because chemicals and stuff, they have a shelf life. So I don't want to buy it and sit on it and then eventually it expires or something, you know? Flies, man. I'm about to get the bug zapper and kill them all. Thanks, Casey. Appreciate you. I'm glad to hear that. I will, Nicholas, Adam. Appreciate your advice from you guys. First week out grinding. This is your first week? How's it going? I want to hear some feedback. We are trying to get a contract with the O'Reilly Auto Parts down here. How would the pricing go on something like that? They have the insurance and everything else. Just a question. Um, I mean, what are you trying to clean on O'Reilly Auto Parts? Basically, just look at it and think, how long is this going to take me? And then come up with a number and submit it. Think of all the things. Like I just did a gutter cleaning estimate for a big apartment complex, and I'm going to need a lift to get up there. The roof is too steep. It's not OSHA compliant. Um, so I had to factor in a lift and a lift rental for a whole week. But it was factored in the estimate. I would never show them how much the lift. I wouldn't really like. It's just me. I wouldn't put like gutter cleaning, blah 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 blah, lift rental, blah 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 blah. Like I wouldn't throw that price in there. I would just say we're gonna have to use a lift to get the job done, and then maybe like however much the lift costs, disperse that cost throughout the price, or just add it to the price. You don't have to tell them that you're going to rent a lift. Show chest. Show chest. What chest? My chest? You trying to sexually harass me, man? Dare you, pig. Oh, shit. So what's next, y'all? What insurance is needed for house washing and surface cleaning? I mean, a liability insurance. What do you mean, what insurance? I think what you mean. I do it really off from the ground. Yeah, I just have a liability insurance. It depends on the work. So when I was just doing residential, just starting off, when I was doing residential, just starting off, I had a $300,000 liability insurance policy. It was like the bare minimum I could get. It was all I could afford. I really couldn't even afford it, but I needed it to be legit and offer more value to my clients, so I could say I was insured. And now I have like a $2 million policy with my workman's comp. My employees are covered on with $500,000 for each employee. So I'm totally covered, like on the insurance end. I've yet to come across a commercial client who says my insurance isn't enough, or insurance isn't enough. I'll tell you that insurance is nice once you get it. It's like it really raises your confidence because you start looking at these big projects and you're like, dude, we can do this. Like we legally can do this. We are in the realms of their policy. We are law abiding. Like we can actually go after stuff like that, you know? So it's a good feeling. There's like no limits. The sky's the limit, you know? If you could add another service, what would it be? Um, I really don't even know if I would add another service. What I would do is drop. It's hard to say. We don't really do roof cleaning, but we advertise it, so I don't know if that counts. But I really want to get into roof cleaning. That's big money, and I'm confident I'd be really good at it. Um, I'm real good at like containing the chem and making sure stuff don't get messed up. Uh, I don't know. It's crazy because like where I'm at right now, I couldn't even imagine adding on another service. It would be a shit show. It's already sometimes a mess trying to keep the window cleaning and the power washing organized. And so, good question though, because I know when I first started off, I was like, dude, I want to be a Mr. Do It All, and like I want to do tree work and window cleaning and power washing, and I want to seal up their driveway. And it's that's just not the way to go. You got to be an expert at a few things because I mean, you got to think about it. Like you're not gonna call, you wouldn't want to call a company you wouldn't want to call a window cleaning company for tree work, you know? And I'm not trying to bash because I know there's a very popular guy, everyone knows Keith Kalfas, he does it, but he has his business actually separated, I believe, where it's Kalfas window cleaning and Kalfas landscaping. So he technically has like two businesses. So that's really doesn't really apply. But I know a lot of guys get that idea to do something like that probably from him, and they find out once they get rolling that it's not a good idea. I buy a lot of my supplies from Pressure Tech, but I'm starting to look at other places. I love Pressure Tech. I'll probably always buy from Pressure Tech, but I don't like how their shipping takes forever because they only offer ground shipping. I'm pretty sure everyone does. There was another thing I didn't like about them. I pretty much love Pressure Tech, but they don't offer a lot of chemicals. And I'm realizing there's a lot of different there's a lot of better choices for chem out there. Even the eliminator, I'm pretty sure there's better options. I'm happy with the eliminator, but um, like I was just talking about the F9 and stuff, I want to get some of that eventually. Pressure Tech is just my go-to. But it's really just a matter of finding a place with good customer service and they take care of you. The thing with Pressure Tech is I've never spoke with anyone from Pressure Tech. I've never had anyone help me out. Where there's a lot of other companies out there who will like communicate with you on their personal phone just to help you get a product if you're not sure on what you need. So I think if you're unsure, you could probably talk to some other people. But yeah. What would you recommend for a concrete building mix using basically the same system as you are building? Have some black streaking, which is mold and mildew. Yeah. So when we do concrete or brick and it has that black mold mildew, we got to hit it with a pump up sprayer because that's all we got right now. Um, or the X Jet. You got an X Jet. That's a good alternative with no proportioner in it, just straight. And then maybe you want to get a bigger barrel than a 5-gallon barrel. Shit, bring a trash can. Why not? 32-gallon trash can. They're only like $10, and fill it up with chem. You go to town, baby. You got to hit it real strong though, really strong. And you got to let it dwell, and then you might rinse it off and realize it's not gone, and then you got to do it all over again. But sometimes that concrete and brick and stuff really sticks on there. So yeah, that's about that. And you're probably gonna have to hit it with light pressure, not like some crazy 25 pressure or 10 or 15, but like 40 pressure, 40-degree angle spray painting. Roof cleaning insurance is expensive, but man, soft washers kill it doing roofs. Yeah, so I mean, I'm already insured like I'd be roof cleaning because I got to do gutter cleaning. Gutter cleaning can be kind of a headache because like you need some heavy insurance to use ladders and stuff. Um, but so I'd already be under the same category. I'd already be covered because that's all it measures by is like if you're using ladders and how many stories up. Um, I would. I'd also learn how to install roof anchors, or I'd link up with a roofing contractor to install roof anchors, and I'd educate the client on for us to be OSHA compliant. Every roof we have to be anchored at all times if we're going to be on your roof, regardless of the pitch. And I think it's like $100 to install a roof anchor. So, and then it's there forever. And then anyone else who goes on the roof or any other person who needs to work up on the roof, they have the anchor there, and they can be OSHA compliant also, because it's a permanent anchor. Does your water fed pool use resin to filter water? If so, how long does it last? Yeah, it uses resin. Um, it lasts a while. I mean, it lasts a long time, and you can literally clean windows up to like 40 or 50 TDS and still have great results. I never let it run that high. Once it gets to about 10, I'm changing that resin, and I change the carbon filter. But yeah, I mean, it really depends how much you use it. I think last year we didn't even change it once. This year I have had to change it. It lasts a while though, man. It's really not even something you should really worry about. So it'll last. As long you gotta flush your filters. So what you do is you leave it flushing for the first few minutes while you're like setting up the hoses or something, and then you turn the valve, filter it, and then when you're done, let it flush for like 5 minutes. So let it flush, walk around, clean up, and then pack it up last. Simple. Apple Wash from Power Wash store. That stuff good stuff, John? You like that stuff, mine? F9 is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna try it out when I get across from rust.com. LOL. I was hoping they were red and faded from SH. What's red and faded? I missed something. I don't know. Thanks, John, for all you do every day. I always look forward to watching things. Love your positive attitude. Thanks, Brad. Hey, man, if you don't have a positive attitude, you're not going to be cut out for this. You're going to get real frustrated real quick. I mean, for example, I have this guy coming out to help me with some commercials. He's helped me with some video. He's going to record us while we work. And I didn't have any jobs set up for Friday until today. I got like three houses set up now. Well, like if I was gonna, a lot of people would probably freak out and panic and reschedule. I just lay back. I'm like, dude, it always has a way of working out, and it does. It really does. Payroll is a little difficult. It's kind of confusing. Once you get it, it's not hard, but what you do is you get QuickBooks, sign up for QuickBooks online, and then it's like $2 per employee plus however much it costs to run the payroll. They charge like, I forget what it is, but it costs some money. It's kind of, QuickBooks does all the hard work for you. Once you get the employee punched in, all you got to do is type in the hours, document it. Yeah, and then you got to like think about getting you got to get checks so you can print it out like with their payroll records on the checks. Waterford pole window cleaning is worth the money. I think it is. Hell yeah. Saves us a lot of time. Um, saves us a lot of time, and it's easy to train people with it. It can get a little frustrating because sometimes, like on real dirty windows, it's hard to get them clean with real dirty windows. But there's a job for everything. Um, I think the water-fed pole is badass with commercial work because you can have a guy or two on the water-fed pole, depending on how many you got, and then have another guy or two doing the traditional, and then you don't got to worry about getting up real high with the ladders. And commercial work's nice because you don't have the OCD customer going through and, oh, there's a speck there, you forgot something. You know, they you clean them. You're gonna clean all that dirt and stuff off, and every now and again a little speck might stick, but they're not gonna even notice it or care. Especially because it's commercial. People are running in and out of there all the time. It's gonna get dirty in a few days. Yeah, I had 2 no-shows today, but it's something us business owners deal with. Always behind. Yeah, that's something I slack on there, Brad. I need to get I need to create appealing, um, a more appealing advertisement for my employees. You got to be attracting high-end employees. So I'm honestly thinking about next year. I've been looking into offering benefits and stuff. It's weird to say, but benefits really isn't even that expensive. And then, but it's like, would you work for a company, who doesn't offer benefits? You got to think like, what would you do? Like if I saw an ad for some hiring 1099 contractors for window cleaning, cash gig, seasonal, temporary, part-time, hit me up. Who are you going to attract? A bunch of people that are unemployed, don't do shit with themselves, and just think this is going to be some quick little cash gig, I'm trying to create an actual foundation for people so I can get people to invest in my company. Flying by the seat of your pants, aka trusting me. I agree. Hate when customers watch me work. Yeah, just catching this. Then I have to watch when it hits. What up, Nick? Man, you've been watching. I've seen your name before. What was that book you called for dummies? The one. That's about the stains. Oh, the F9 cookbook. Go ahead and, if you're on Facebook, hit up Craig Harrison. Craig Harrison. And he'll point you in the right direction. Yeah, QuickBooks takes all that. It does it all for you. It's nice. Here's something nobody talks about. You got to contact the IRS and get your tax EIN number. A lot of people ask about LLC, S corp, sole proprietor. I mean, I'm no expert, so don't take my advice to heart. Take it with a grain of salt. But that tree service I was talking about was in business for over 20 years, and they were still sole proprietorship. And they had so much equipment, it was insane. The guy, when I was working there, eventually did switch to LLC because the way he explained it to me was when you're a sole proprietor, if shit hits the fan, they could technically come sue you for everything you've got. When you're LLC, limited liability corporation, if shit hits the fan, they could only sue you for everything the business has. I mean, these are worst case scenarios. You never know. You can never be too safe. But I really think the S corp versus LLC thing is the least of your worries when you're starting up a business. Some guys like to just get it out the way and go LLC right off the bat, and that's fine. But what you should really get focused on is just registering your business. You know, it's under your name, so you're already sole proprietor, and get your tax EIN number. Because when you'll come across certain clients who want that W-9 so they can file. Because anything over $600, they're supposed to file with the IRS. Any job $600 or over, they are supposed to file it, not you. So have your little W-9s ready. It really adds value with the customer factor. When anybody gets a estimate from me, they get a proposal introduction. It has an introduction of our company, a list of testimonials, before and after photos, and just some real good photos of us working. It has a copy of our insurance, a copy of a W-9 form with all of our information, the proposal, and then a closing saying, you know, if after all this you still aren't sure you want to choose Wally's Professional Services to do these services for you, I urge you to reread the proposal. And my closing rate is pretty much spot on for estimates and stuff. All right, let me read some comments. Yeah, Brad, I agree. But when you don't have much, no, I agree. It's good to go LLC, but I don't think it's like I don't think it should be on the top of your priorities list when you're starting a business. I think there's a lot more you should look into. How'd you make out with that HOA bid for the townhouses? Decent, man. Decent. I did great. It worked out well. I had some scrappers, some crackheads steal a stack of screens from us. That was fun. I had to like hop in my truck and try to chase after them, but they were long gone. But I ended up getting a hold of them. They ended up returning the screens undamaged, super static. The guy asked me for a job. I told him no, and that was about it. I'm not bored, just chilling. Kind of guy, just chill, have some fun with his YouTube peeps, man. What's the farthest you travel for a gig? I got about like a 30-mile radius. About a 30-mile radius. And it's still factored in, so if it's a half hour there and a half hour back, I'm charging between 150 and 200 on top of the quote. I got to get paid for that drive time. don't want to put our numbers out there. What, the HOA? Yeah, they accepted it. My go-to, I was heavy on Facebook when I started it off. When I started it off, when I started off, I was really heavy on Facebook, and I was always building that Google presence. Right now, I'm at like 34 reviews, which is astonishing because I haven't even been in business for 2 years. Um, Facebook was a big one for me, but what our only marketing is now is the good word of Google, the positive feedback of Google. My website ranks #1 locally, and door hangers. That's it, door hangers. And we just got a great reputation. So friends tell friends, family tells family, and it's just working out well. Next year, I can't wait. I hope you guys are still following me for next year because it's gonna be pretty wild. Got a lot of stuff in the making. Cool. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for watching. Um, yeah, the HOA. What I did with the HOA was because they were only the duplex units they were asking about. So a duplex is two homes smushed together, basically. The garage is shared a wall, and I gave them a price if maybe one neighbor didn't want to get their house washed. I gave them a price. It costs X amount of dollars, and then I threw in the proposal. While we're there washing the house, an individual unit, it's not much for us to go ahead and wash the other unit because our hoses will be out, everything will be ready to go. All we have to do is spray it. So I will take $50 off for each person, so a total of $100 savings. I worded it really simple, but basically what it was $225 for an individual unit and then $350 for the whole unit together. Both the neighbors signed up. And then it was like $100 extra if they wanted their exterior windows cleaned, $200 extra if they wanted in and out windows, and then $300 extra if they wanted in and out, and the tracks. And then it was like just little bone extras, like $90 for gutter cleaning, $100 for concrete cleaning. Pretty sure that's all I gave them estimates for. Whew, it's been like an hour. Mm. Good to hear, Daniel. Gotta go. Thanks, John. Keep grinding. Yeah, you too. Everyone better be grinding, man. I know everyone's probably got like jobs or they're just starting off or something. If you're just starting off and you got a lot of free time and you're not getting jobs and you're sitting there at your house bummed because you don't have work, it's your fault. Go out there, get your door hangers, go out there and boom, 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 hit door hangers until you can't hit door hangers no more. Go into businesses, shake hands, meet people. You always have to be working Monday through Friday. You can't just sit there and expect it to come to you. The old lady wants to know about the signs out front of subdivisions. So yeah, I got my yard signs. I always keep stocked with those. I really try to recollect them if I can, if I remember, but a lot of them go to waste, unfortunately. Um, with the yard signs, I describe in the scheduling email. So I send them an email, which is a scheduling confirmation, and it's all automated. And it says in there that we use yard signs a lot. If you have any objections to a yard sign when the job is complete, or if you have any objections to a yard sign, please reply to this email letting us know. Otherwise, we will assume it's okay. And that's that. But, I kind of throw in there, You know, I understand. I give them excuses. You know, I don't want them to. I don't want them to feel pressured into it. So I'll be like, you know, I understand yard signs are tacky, and sometimes it's against homeowner associations. But if you would allow us to leave a yard sign up for a week or two, it would be greatly appreciated. Stuff like that. I got to get out of here, guys. I've been on here for an hour. Is there any more questions? Any burning desires to ask a question before I sign off? I give you 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Have a good night. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Join me for Shout Out Saturdays. I'm going to be watching. Wow, got that in just in time. Why is the driveway dirty with all that equipment? Dude, this driveway is. When I get my new tips for my 8 gallon a minute, I probably will try it out on this driveway, but this driveway is all chopped up. It's got little rocks and pockets, and I'm like scared it'll ruin my machine. I'll try it out though. Want Dairy Queen? No, mother. I really am on keto. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Slimming down. I'm already down like 20 pounds. Been killing it. I was 265 when I started. I'm at 244 as of 2 days ago. I haven't weighed myself recently. Thanks for helping with content, of course. Later, buddy. Keep grinding. You too. Good to see you again, Nick. Always good to see you. Always a pleasure. That's awesome. Yes, it is, Troy. You are too. And I feel like I was saying something, but forget it. Peace out, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Shout out Saturday. I'm going to be watching for whoever is engaging with my channel the most. Like I said, if you share my video to a page on Facebook or something, take a screenshot of you sharing it, send it to my email, johnlangwin, WIN, @gmail.com. Send it to my email, johnlangwin @gmail.com. I'll do a live video chat with you on my channel. Ask me whatever you want. We can just talk, shoot the shit, do whatever. It'd just be cool. So you got till Friday. And I'm going to be picking 4 or 5 people. Peace.